Hi, everybody, and welcome to Book Club with Bay. I am Bay, and this is Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hi, Bay.
And this is Other Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hello.
And today we are talking about Tempting the Player by Jennifer L. Armentrout, the second book in the Gamble Brothers series, headed by sometimes Chase, but mostly Chad. Chad.
I don't know if Mara, you got this as well, but in what I was reading, they sometimes replace Chad's name with Chase.
There was a few scenes where I was confused as to who was supposed to be talking, but I just assumed that I was getting confused.
There were some scenes where, while they were having sex,
it said Chase did something, and we were like,
oh, Chase is a naughty boy.
Yeah. Yeah. We were like, I think the last bitch is going to have something to say about that. But so last time we talked about this series, we were tempting the
best man.
Yes.
Which was Chase.
Chase except for sometimes in this book when it's still Chase, which is obviously a typo. Yes. It's supposed to be Chad.
Well, this is why you don't have brothers named Chase, Chad, and Chandler. But she did.
We don't make the rules.
Yeah, we don't make the rules. So, yeah.
Characters or rating first?
Rating.
Let's do it. This was so much worse than the first one.
This is just like, for me, this is like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. It is pizza, but it's horrifying. And yeah, because it's like horrifying and it comes in a package that like you don't really want it to come in because you have to go through the rigmarole to get it. And there are people screaming around you while you're trying to eat it. And you're not having a good time because it's disgusting. And the whole experience is just awful.
Yeah, well, I would rate this as, have you ever had like bubble tea from like a sushi place?
No.
It's kind of like, it's like a Japanese milkshake type thing, but there's these jelly balls at the bottom, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Really big straw. And so like you'll be sitting there happily drinking, your milk tea thing, and then all of a sudden, like there's a bubble in your mouth.
Yep.
But
boba tea.
And you think it'll be yum. You hope it'll be yum, and it's never yum.
No, it's not. It's never.
And that is what this book was. You hope it's good, and it's just not.
Let's see. I think like, frozen food that you're like, oh, I normally like this. This is gonna be fine, and then it's just frozen food.
Yes.
I think that conveys it pretty well.
Yes.
Where the picture is gorgeous, and then it's like these little lit broccolis and bull like that.
Yeah, like frozen food.
That's this book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is this book. And I don't know what to say other than my mum promised me it would be better. She lied.
This was so much worse.
I mean, I guess some of the issues that we had with the first one are a bit more corrected in this one. Like there's a bit more plot, and there's a little bit more of the scenes that you expect from it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't just fade to black.
Right. Honestly, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, the dialogue though. The dialogue jumped off a fucking
Oh
cliff.
God. We're gonna do some dramatic readings because good fucking Lord. The dialogue.
Yes. Also, can we just address the fact that Bridget was not aware that a club named Lace and Leather.
Yeah, and she was like, this is a normal club.
And then she seemed horrified that it was a naughty club. And it's like, it's literally named Lace and Leather.
Yeah.
What kind of club would you think that would be?
Yeah.
A normal club.
That leads us into characters. So we have Bridget from last book, who's like the BFF, who actually isn't her BFF. but they're good friends. But
Good friend assistant
yeah,
relationship thing.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm also really confused about the status of Chase and Maddie's relationship, because Chad refers to her towards the beginning of the book as his almost sister-in-law.
Yeah. So I
implying
assumed that they were engaged. Uh-huh.
But then it's no boyfriend, girlfriend. They're not engaged. There's a few jokes about when are you going to pop the question.
Yep.
And I'm like, this. So she's not your almost sister-in-law.
She's just dating your brother.
Is
But
it like
they're-
almost sister-in-law because they've known her for so long?
I guess.
Is that
I know,
the
and-
implication?
I don't know, but also, okay, we'll discuss the status of their relationship first. We'll follow up on that because we get more deets about them.
Yes.
In this one. They also, okay, so this is set in December.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's over the course of like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
But the main part of it is in December.
Yeah. I think when the first scene when they first meet and everything, I think is November, because then they don't see each other for a month.
Yeah.
So I think maybe beginning of November there.
Yeah.
And then when they see each other again is, I think, beginning of December.
Yeah, and then the book ends on January 2nd.
Yeah.
So, and the wedding happened in May. The first book happened in May. So Chase and Maddie have been together for, what, 8 months? I can't do math.
Yeah.
Right now.
Something like that.
Something like that.
And they're in their late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And they still can't not make out like 13-year-olds on their first date every time they see each other.
Yeah.
At her place of work where she is a higher up position.
Yeah.
She's in a position that warrants having an assistant.
Yeah.
And she makes out with her boyfriend on her assistant's desk.
Yeah.
In the middle of the workday.
Yeah. I see nothing wrong with this, Mara.
I don't know why we're even having this discussion.
Yeah, like I
like genuinely, I don't understand it.
They're like,
do you not do this? Do you not behave this way?
Oh yeah, no. Every like literally, no matter where we are, even in the middle of a family function, like my cousin's daughter's christening was last week in a Catholic church. As soon he had to walk away for a bit. As soon as he came back, I straddled him right in the middle of the church.
Good. See, that's normal.
Right, because that's what you do.
Yes.
When you're in love.
You have to have the whole world know it.
Yep, there is no decorum when love is involved.
Oh, God.
Not a smidgen of it.
Lord help us.
Nope.
So,
but
that's pretty much where Chase and Maddie are now.
Yeah,
They're
so like that's where like the last book.
and they make out like teenagers everywhere and anywhere.
Yep.
And Maddie's brother, who got married in the first book, his wife is with child.
Yes.
His wife is with child.
Yes, she is.
She's with
Bairn. Sorry, we've been watching it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Weird terminology comes out of our mouth. Just know it's been a long week.
Oh, God.
So I guess we're with Chad Gamble, this book, who is
the middle brother.
Yeah, the middle brother. So he's 30. He is a baseball player for the Nationals.
He's last year's sexiest man of the year.
He is.
This one's too, but the list hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. He's totally not full of himself whatsoever either.
Also, can we also I know that like billionaire romance novels and stuff like that, they're supposed to have a heightened level of, status for the men in them.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody in DC knows the Gamble brothers. Besides the politicians, they run the town. Like okay, so a club owner, a baseball player, and a bodyguard
walk into a bar. And this is the book series we got out of it.
run Washington, D.C.
Fuck off.
Listen, I have no explanation.
They are the go-to social peeps of DC.
They are. No one else matters but the Gamble brothers. Also, why is their last name Gamble? I still have like a qualm with this. Like,
Well, because when I saw
not even
Player,
an
I thought I
actual-
was like somebody with a gambling addiction.
well,
it wasn't.
they do play poker in this book.
Oh, well, thank God.
They play poker once.
And I will say as well, there was a line towards the end of the book where it's like, to the player on the field and reform player off the field.
Yep.
Like,
I'm like, no.
no.
I also just need to address as well when he's meeting with his publicist and they're like, oh yes, your brother's girlfriend, whose parents run the Apocalypse store.
Yep.
And he's like, it's not an Apocalypse store, it's a preparation store for, and then he just kind of can't finish the sentence because it's for apocalypses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's get started, shall we? Oh god.
Oh, yeah, this is a fucking train
This
wreck.
is horrible. I mean, the first dramatic reading we want to give is very soon.
Yes.
Because we already started screaming very early into this. So her best friend Shell, like Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Shell.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
And so Shell drags her to a bar.
If we had like the thing to do it, I would put like a "oh for fuck's sake" / "fuck me" counter just in the corner of this.
See, there is one reason why we do need to actually look into maybe doing an OBS at some point, so we can have the counter.
Yeah, just the number of times that are just like, ah!
Or just
We need a
fuck this.
producer
Yes.
just to keep track of how many times we want to kill ourselves per episode.
And can they do it retroactively for the House of Night streams?
You'd have to pay someone so much money for that.
But so Bridget's like kind of freaking out. She's like, oh my God, like this place is sketchy. I'm stressed out. Like, I don't like this. And our first quote, would you like to read it, STA?
Oh dear fucking God. All right. I don't really want to. Okay, hold on. Just
It's this. It's not the one we previously identified.
Her signature look was a bit gaudy, but at least it would help the police identify her body later.
Because she likes to wear purple and fuchsia, and that's it. Her apartment gets described as like Sesame Street. It's very great.
Yes,
It's very great.
Yes, this is the woman who, in the first book, for those of you who watched that stream, wore a fuchsia skirt with a hot pink polka dot top and managed to make it look good.
No, she didn't. I stand by
No,
that.
she didn't. Also, I'm not gonna lie, and this could just be because of Premature, but I always pictured her as black. In the first
might
book, I
be.
thought she was black. No, she's redhead
Oh, that's right.
with a creamy complexion.
Yeah,
Lots of
freckles
ginger.
everywhere. She's full ginge, yeah.
Yeah, she's a ginger, which makes it even worse. Gingers should not wear pink.
Yeah.
It clashes
It does clash.
with their hair, their complexion, their freckles, the entire
Everything.
thing.
Yeah.
Lots of green.
Like if you are pink, don't wear pink.
Yep.
Yes, if you are a ginger, green is your color. Stick with green. Even if you don't have the green eyes, green is very complimentary for red hair.
Yep. And of course Shell is like, sorry, nails. Shelly's of course is like, tonight's gonna be a night you're never gonna forget. And I'm like, oh, so cue Chad, right? And then we immediately jump to Chad's perspective. And And him and his friend Tony are taking shots and talking about like their contract.
Shot.
Yeah. And like people are
I'm going in my head too.
he internally is like, God, people don't care about my sports stuff. They just want to know who I'm fucking. And I'm like, this is this kind of guy. Good.
No one likes you, Chad.
Yeah, no one fucking likes you, Chad. And
that's your fault, though.
And Tony, his friend, is like, oh, well, you know, what happens when the press finds out about last week and you and those 3 girls in the hotel room? And Chad's like, oh, they're not going to find out about that.
Cue the press finding out about that.
Yeah, right?
Wait. So, from that conversation as well, it was implied that that guy was in the hotel room as well.
Yes.
Is he the one that took the photo?
Probably.
Okay, one,
he probably sold the photo.
I didn't sell him out, but 2, because it was also sounding like a very posed photo as well. So
Yeah.
can you just imagine, like, okay, girls, strip down to your lingerie. I'm going to get half naked. We're going to lie on the bed. We're all going to, like, straddle me in some way. And then my good friend, he's going to take the photo.
And it's not going to get leaked, I promise. As he's crossing his fingers.
Maybe it's on one of their phones.
It's possible.
Maybe one of the girls did it.
Well, we never talk about it, though, do we?
No, he's just like, someone took a picture. I laid on the bed for 30 seconds. That's all he says about it. He's like, I didn't fuck him.
Because also...
what was the point? Like,
yeah, but the way the photo was described as well, it didn't sound like it was taken through a window.
Yeah, no, it sounded like it was in the room.
It sounded like it was taken from the foot of the bed.
Yeah, and I don't know what year this is set in either, so I don't know how advanced their phones are.
It would have been... Actually, you know what? I'll look up when these were
because
published.
the year that this is set in also brings me to another. Well, it also brings me to like another point later. What year was this fucking published?
Goodreads. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Goodreads, you'll find it faster.
was published 2012.
Okay.
The first 2 was in 2012, and the third one was 2014. So I guess she forgot about Chandler for a while and was like, "Oh fuck, I forgot to do his book."
Oh shit! Yeah, I need to have him marry someone that we meet in this book. Yeah.
Well, okay, so they had like keyboards. That's just something to keep in mind, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they had
Smartphones were a thing by now.
What?
Yeah.
Smartphones were a thing by now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, at least
iPhone like 3DS.
At least sidekicks were a thing for when we get to the texting bit, because I have things to say about that.
Okay.
Bye.
And this is when we have the first continuity error with Chase and Maddie, because that's when they're like, oh, they're engaged.
Yeah.
And then he's internally like, me and Chandler will never settle down. Smolder, like, you know, all that good stuff.
Well, that's why I was confused. I was confused for a good chunk of the first part of the books. I'm just like, okay, if they're engaged, they've had an engagement party, and if he's that taken by Bridget the second he sees her, as if he wouldn't remember her from their engagement party, and then we find out they're not engaged. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking.
Well, I was also thinking, like, if Maddie goes to like all these functions with all these people, and then her and Bridget are such great friends, how the fuck have these people not met?
Also, because again, Bridget doesn't exactly blend in.
No.
With how she dresses.
And this nationally known baseball player is somehow into it.
Because she pulls it off. She makes it look good.
Yeah, I'm somehow... doubt.
Press X to doubt.
So then we have the nice little meet cute where he sees her and he's like, oh my god, that red mane. I'm hard as freaking granite.
Yeah, as soon as he sees her, he just gets instant erection.
Yes,
he's just
as
like
freaking granite.
He's like that mismatched outfit, and your normal sized body.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, that gets.
your very average sized body, which is going to become a very huge plot point later.
Yep.
Did I say huge? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. But my erection, I meant it with my erection. That's what I meant. Don't worry. Fuck. Okay.
Start over.
Start over. Oh, God, you're leaving. No. Oh shit. Did I get a text message? God damn it. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Like,
and like she flushes. I don't remember exactly what happens for her to flush, but he's like, oh no, some guy's hitting on her. That's right. And he's like, he's like, I need to know how far that flush goes down her body. My life depends on it. And I'm like, God, Chad, calm the fuck down.
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, right. Like,
Okay. Men in the chat, if you see a girl blush, do you insta wonder if that flush reaches her hoo-ha?
is that exactly where your mind goes?
Because I'm now I never thought I would be curious if that's a thing that guys wonder, but now I am.
I'm
intrigued
curious as
enough.
well.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text Stixie and ask
Please
him.
do ask him. Can you
wait.
text your mans?
I'm gonna
Please
text
do
my
text
mans.
your mans.
Let's do this, guys.
I don't have it.
Where was
I
it?
know I can't have my first text to him be that because my last text to him was really sweet and he hasn't responded yet, and I can't just go from
All right.
sweet to
All right, then let's
to, hey babe, when you were single, when you saw a chick blush, did you wonder?
All right, you do it though.
when you were single and saw a chick blush, did you ever wonder?
No, like if the flush went all the way down to her hoo-ha.
Because also we've already established that your mister and my mister have very similar traits.
Yes, they have very similar personalities.
So there is a good chance that their answer will be identical anyway.
Yes, they will be very similar.
I did add at the end asking for book club. We'll see what he says about that. Anyways, we'll keep that open in the background. That's delivered. We're good. We're waiting on an answer from him. So now we're in chapter 2.
A no and a yes.
Okay.
But
interesting.
I don't know if the yes is genuine.
So he read it. Cool. Bridget is not interested in anyone.
If I know him well, he's just going to be sitting there for a moment like...
He's gonna be like, what fucking question is this?
And also, he's going to be it's going to take him a minute for him to even, imagine what that means. And then he'll be like, no, because I didn't know that would be a thing. It's what I think is going to be the answer.
So now in chapter 2, we're in Bridget's head, and Bridget's like, I think my vagina's broken because I'm not attracted to anyone. And she's like thinking about her cat and pie. And so she's like, am I a cat lady already? We're like, dude, just get drunk. It'll be okay.
Yeah, or shots, Bridget.
Everybody.
Everybody. Come on, Bridget. Get in the mood. Let's go. Jesus
It's okay. It's okay. Chad's about to get her in the mood.
Yeah, exactly. So she goes to the bar, and Chad, of course, rolls up, and he's like, I'll buy your drink, babe. All that good stuff. And she's like, oh, dude, I know this guy. Holy shit. Not just because of Maddie, but because of everyone. All right. Official answer from
no.
It's just no.
But I swear.
He literally sat there for probably a minute, just like, oh, he's
typing. He's typing. There's more.
You just had to give the unequivocal note first before you add it.
Yes.
No, but here's the rest of the answer.
No, but here's more. I swear, though, what I said was probably the actual thought process to know.
So she's like, well, he's hot. I'll entertain this idea. Let's go. So they sit down and small talk, etc., etc. She knows a lot about him. Huh?
The what's your worst pickup line? Rah, rah.
Yeah,
I was fine with the bands at the table because that's what you do when you flirt with someone.
Yeah,
I was fine with conversation
Um,
until it escalated. What? What did he say?
oh god. He said he never really paid attention to what worked. He just stumbled into his encounters. If he kills me for saying that on stream, I'm so sorry, but I don't think he's watching this right now, so we're good.
He might jump over to it just to be like,
Just to be like, what is the
Yeah,
context?
just like, what is happening?
in which case, Soz,
Thank you for your contribution to science. Oh, God.
That's exactly what I just said to him. Anyways. Yes, F for Addie in the chat. Thank you very much, Lion Patriot over on Twitch for that. Anyways. So they take shots. Shots appear. And they're doing it. It's great.
also, he's supposed to be uber rich and he drinks Grey Goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, said no one.
He also drives a Jeep Liberty.
Which
No,
is
he doesn't. He drives a Lambo.
Yeah,
What?
like,
He drives a Lambo. Like, in reality.
oh,
In reality.
yeah, we were like,
That's
I was
what
like, in the
that's
book
what-
it says a Jeep Liberty.
No, in reality, he drives a Lamborghini.
yeah, like,
Because he's also that kind of guy.
He has both.
It adds to his image.
So we're talking. He's like, I went out of my way to talk to you. Don't you feel great about that? So total fuckboy. This guy is a total fuckboy.
this is when you run.
And then he says, can I kiss you? Or like, let's kiss, something like that.
Oh, God, no. This is the worst part of the book. One of this is when the book went, this is, okay, no, this is not the worst part of the book. This is when we decided that this book was worse than the last book. We were like, this is officially a bad book.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
So she's like, now, right here. And he's like, yeah. And my brain, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. He's just going, slide on in there and it's fine. No. This bitch.
This bitch.
Just goes straight for the neck.
Like a fucking weirdo. Like, what the hell is this, Jenny?
I think she forgot she's not writing a vampire book.
Janae, what is this?
Which is bad because she hasn't written a vampire book.
I know. No. Hey,
And
knock it off.
it's just the weirdest fucking thing in the world. Like,
Get
this
it,
is how you
Cassie.
get a girl to run away.
Get it.
Yeah. Also,
Yes.
just saying, as someone who myself has tamed a player, they don't ask for permission before they kiss.
No. They wouldn't do that.
Because let's be honest, there's this whole dance that happens when two people have that, attraction to each other, and then like he takes a step forward and you take a half step back, and then he takes a step forward, but you're being coy because you're a girl and you want plausible deniability.
Yeah.
So you take another half step back, and then then you're stuck against the wall, and it's like you got nowhere to half step back to. So then it happens, and you're like, okay, well, I tried, I'm done, let's get in.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
And that's how that happens. It's not, can I kiss you? And then proceed to make out with her neck.
Yeah. And also, you ready for the quote that you wanted to read?
Oh, God. No, I regret this.
Just that right there is good.
Okay. Bridget's entire body jerked as if he were doing something far more wicked than what was usually considered a sweet gesture. Can we just talk about that line for a second? Like, first of all, a sweet gesture is like
A kiss on the cheek.
a kiss on the cheek,
Yeah.
handing grandma a flower. Okay. Like,
Well,
fucking
will-
on like your
I
neck
will-
is.
I will say there is a few times when, being a bit affectionate and like I'll walk up to Stixie and give him a kiss on the neck. But it's not like,
He's
just
like, "Urgh."
that what he's doing is not the sweet gesture version of a neck kiss.
But also, like, the first time when you're like, if you're gonna go the "can I kiss you," which don't, but if you're but don't, but if you're going to, I got it.
In college, because if you don't ask in college, then you can get arrested.
True. But if you're going to,
don't yeet for the neck, dude. At least kiss her first.
You're supposed to escalate.
Yeah, you're supposed to make your way downtown. You know what I mean? You don't just go straight downtown.
Yeah, you don't just like, what the fuck is that?
That's how you get a girl to run the fuck away. But this is a romance novel, so she's into it.
Yeah, no, like I would immediately just be like, bye. No.
Yeah, I wrote down, what the fuck kind of tactic is this, Chad? And she just keeps saying, oh, that's good, or oh, that's nice. And so he takes it as like a challenge. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna make her fucking say that it's amazing. So his hand starts going up her
Chad,
dress.
first of all, nobody, if you ask permission to kiss somebody, they're never gonna say it's amazing because you've asked permission, so you've ruined it already. Secondly,
half the enjoyment of the first kiss with dark, mysterious stranger dude is the dance that builds up the tension. So when it does happen, it's like tension release.
Yeah.
You don't get a release when you ask permission.
No, you don't. You ruin it, all of it. So that's like the first thing, is that you've asked permission. Secondly, you've gone straight for the neck, Chad, which is a big problem. And then thirdly, after you've then decided that she should be like, that was amazing. It was weird, and we're all scared. Like, that's.
But then I also found it really weird that he's like, can I kiss you? But I'm gonna stick my fingers up your hoo-ha without asking.
That one consent to a kiss was consent enough for the rest.
Which is a joke.
Yes, that is 100% a joke. I always ask for consent, kids. Always.
You know, once you start adulting, you understand that, consent is generally implied. But if you're in college, definitely ask every step of the way if what you're doing is okay. Definitely. And then ask the next morning, because they can revoke consent the next day.
Good jump, kiddo.
I thought she was going.
I know, I did too. Hello.
So
quit trying to drink alcohol.
And so I was like, are they about to fuck like right now? I think they're about to fuck like right now, like in this bar.
Kind of club that it is. I don't think it.
Yeah, she was like,
I was like, whoa, they about to go do the thing, and then my prediction was immediately they about to go do the thing. Then she's gonna be all like, oh my god, he's like a player and he's a playa. So he's gonna be all like, oh my god, he doesn't love me for me after one night. I was like, that's what we're in for, and it's gonna be annoying.
You know what I was waiting for? For this to be one of Chad's clubs and him to drag her upstairs to his brother's office because he's at one of his other clubs tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting for. But no, apparently, as much as he loves and supports his brother, he sends his patronage to not gamble.
His brother's clubs. Yeah. I thought they were going to go to the bathroom. That's what I thought. Because he like pulled her down because he was like, I'm taking you home.
I mean, given that his fingers were up her, not in a bathroom, I was like, nah, they don't need a bathroom.
Just gonna get on the bar right now.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't fucking move. I was like, I don't know where this. I was like, this could go anywhere. I went straight for the neck, so who knows?
So they go to a parking garage, and he finally normally kissed her like a person, is what I wrote down. Then they're going to his house, and here comes the average sized body complex, where she's like, I'm 20 pounds heavier than a supermodel. And she and I had like a long conversation about how the fact that everyone is at least 20 pounds heavier than a supermodle.
Yeah, so instead of being 45 kilos, sorry. Well, actually, no, it still works with kilos. So instead of being 45 kilos, she's 55 kilos.
That's what I said. I was like, so instead of 90 pounds, she's 110 pounds. That's still pretty tiny, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, so you're person sized. Okay. You're within a completely normal size average.
Well,
like
with her height, because she's 6 foot, right?
is she?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. She is tall. Yes.
Yes, because he's 6.5 foot, and she's very tall, but still shorter than him.
Yes.
so she's still
She's
a head shorter than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why does she have a complex about fucking anything?
But I would be more worried about her. If I was a 6 foot tall girl, I'd have more of a height complex.
Yeah, so would I.
Then yeah.
Also, for her height as well, right? I mean, we all know that, especially the kind of supermodel she was discussing, like the chick that messages him later, where her thigh is the same size as her arm. I'm like, okay, either there is a much bigger difference than 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Or this bitch is skinny as all fuck, right?
Or this bitch is 90 pounds. Like,
in which case, even if she was 20 pounds heavier than a supermodel, she's still probably a bit underweight for her height.
that's what I'm saying.
Especially if you're 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're 6 feet tall and you were that thin, you would have to be
like I'm
170.
like I'm 5'4.5", and a healthy weight for me would be about 55 kilos. The average supermodel is probably about 50 kilos. So she'd be at most 60.
Yeah.
That is still underweight for her height. So I don't understand. I don't think Jenny put thought into this.
No, not at all.
Yeah, like
And it's a complex throughout most of the book. God.
Yeah,
And
she'd be about 130, not 110.
Yeah.
But still.
On the ride over, she's also wondering what kind of underwear she's wearing. She's like, I swear to God, if I wear my granny panties, I'm gonna kill myself.
which is a fucking
No,
mood.
that's what girls worry about. Yes, that is accurate.
Yeah, but I will also say though, because she's like, am I wearing my sexy slinky undies that I pulled out, or the granny panties? Because I pulled 2 pairs out, and I can't remember which pair I picked. I'm like, wouldn't you be able to feel which kind of pair?
It's also true.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. It's different.
See,
if, like,
I would just be stressing about which pair I actually had on.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Very sexy underwear and very comfortable, aka granny underwear. They feel different.
They do.
They feel very, very different, and you can remember just by paying attention for half a second to what your new half feels like, which underwear you're wearing.
But we've all been in a situation where we've been like, all right, let's do the crap.
Yes.
No. All right, I guess we're doing it this way.
Yeah.
And I will say,
and it's never mattered, not once.
yes, guys do not give a fuck what underwear you're wearing.
Nope. They do not.
And they don't care. They don't stay on long enough for them to even notice what kind of underwear you're wearing.
Yep. Can confirm. Can confirm this happened to me more than once, and it's never mattered.
So, ladies, next time you're going out and you're not planning on hooking up, so you wear your ugly underwear to kind of put you in that mental zone of I'm not hooking up tonight, and then you still hook up anyway. Don't fret. He's not going to notice or care.
Yeah.
It's not going to give a single fuck.
Yeah, because it always happens when you're like, okay, not hooking up, gotta be comfortable. And then you're like, shit.
If you're really, really, really that uncomfortable with it, go to the bathroom, take them off, go commando, and that'll make him even happier.
Yeah.
So,
True.
if you're really that self-conscious about your granny panties, just step away for a minute, slip them off.
Just take a minute to yourself.
Yeah, take a bit to yourself, get rid of them.
Just you need to go freshen up. No guy's gonna argue with you saying I need to go to the bathroom to freshen up.
No,
They're
not.
They won't.
Let's see what's next. Oh yeah, so they get to the apartment, and he's like, "Do you want a tour?" And we're like, "I want to fuck her." Like,
That's it.
No.
That They don't give bring tours when they're bringing you home to bang. The tour is, this is the front door that we're walking through, and this is the hallway to my bedroom, and this is my bedroom.
Yeah, but he takes her like to all the guest bedrooms and like.
Oh, that's
shows
right.
her
They don't go into
closet.
his bedroom. They don't go into his bedroom. Remember, they're in the guest bedroom. He doesn't.
They're in a
take
guest.
girls- Yes, they don't take. He doesn't take girls into his bedroom.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought they were in his bedroom because she went into his
I thought-
closet.
I thought that too, but then later when she stays there,
He thinks that. And continuity
whatever.
errors. Riddled.
Maybe he has an epic guest bedroom then.
Maybe he has a bedroom that's a closet. Sometimes maybe you gotta sleep in your closet for some reason. And eventually they finally get into a bedroom of sorts, and she goes, the standard question,
Yes. Why me?
why me?
Because Bridget immediately, when
romance
he was
novel.
like, "Can
Men
we do?"
like boobs. That's why
Also,
he was doing
immediately, when he was like, "You want to do fuck?" You went, "Yes."
it. And for 95% of guys with 95% of girls, that's enough.
Yep.
Like at this point, this is a
Guys-
one night stand, and it
guys
ain't
just
that fucking deep,
picky.
fam.
They're just not that picky.
No, guys really aren't.
Unless you literally need a paper bag over your head, you know, or you weigh about the same amount as a tow truck. If you go out with the intention to get laid, there's a good chance you're getting laid.
Yeah.
If you're a girl. Guy, not so much, but girl, yes.
Yeah.
And she's like, but, and he's like, no. And then he lists off all the places. in
Oh
the
my
apartment where he
god,
wants to fuck her.
no, it was really bad.
Oh,
His dialogue, his dirty talk is cringeworthy to the maximum.
I mean, dirty talk in general
It's always
is
cringy, but
pretty cringy.
yeah.
But his is bad.
But his,
It's so bad.
His was a whole new level of What
in
the
less
fuck?
than a motherfucking minute.
we're almost fucking there.
Oh god.
That was scary. Anyways, and I wrote down what the fuck is even happening right now because yeah, yeah, so we're getting to that right now. So they're, you know, doing things and stuff as two consenting partners do when they are getting ready to do the fuck-a-doodle.
The butterscotch dance, if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
Can I also just take a moment to say that nobody's fingering techniques is that mind-blowing? Nobody's.
Yeah, she like goes fucking crazy for it. She
Up
also hasn't
until,
had sex in 2
up
years.
until the one, yeah. Also, up until the one that she has a few minutes after the first one, it was the best orgasm she's ever had.
She hasn't had sex
Ever.
in 2 years.
I know, but she has
Her
her
only
own.
defense for this.
She hasn't
She
masturbated
could sort her
in
own,
years.
yeah, she could sort out her own business. There is no way that that was the best orgasm she's ever had. Unless,
Calling bullshit.
honestly, the only time that is the best orgasm you've ever had is that was your first one. Because no guy's fingering game is that good. It's just not.
Oh yes.
This part. Oh my
Wait, no,
god.
it's not that
no.
one.
Okay.
It's the where he's like, have you ever been this, you know, aroused before? And he's like, I bet not. Not if you've been with oh yeah, men who don't know where.
This is what I mean. This part.
Oh yeah, okay, don't know where to stick their hand legs or let
Their
alone their
fingers.
penures. And we both screamed, "There's only so many places your dick can go, Chad." Like, what
He
was
was
your
like,
sex talk?
I know, right? Because he was like, did the other guys you've been with, did they know where to stick their dicks? And it's like, where else would they have been sticking them, Chad?
There's not that many holes.
Where do you think it was going?
I don't think this is what Jenny was thinking, so it's not really in his defense. But there was one guy,
Oh no.
and it's not like I was even obese or anything. I was pretty skinny at this point as well, so it couldn't have been that confusing for him. But it took him about 3-4 minutes to realize, even with multiple corrections, that my belly button was not my vagina.
Okay, well, that's poor sex ed on his part. His parents did him dirty, and all of his friends in middle school did him dirty. I am so sorry you had to experience that.
It was a bad night. It was a bad night.
Oh God.
It was a bad night. That's all I can say. And when he finally did get it correct, it wasn't that good. So that made it even worse.
It wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even worth it.
No, it wasn't worth the effort. I should have just gone home.
And this is when the first Chase typo happened, where suddenly Chase was Chad and we were fucking Chase.
And we were like, oh God, what the hell?
Yeah, that was weird. This was just very funny because then he suddenly was like, "I'm gonna make you in less than a minute."
Oh, this was so funny.
In less than a motherfucking minute, in his exact
Yeah,
words.
he's like, "I'm gonna make you come in less than a minute." She's like, "In less than a minute? In less than..." I'm trying to find the audio for that bit because the way the narrator says it.
In less than a motherfucking minute.
So you guys keep chatting while I find it.
Okay.
But he like starts counting down to when she's gonna do it. He's like, "I have 40 seconds left. I have 20 seconds left." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I know. I was like, Chad, stop it.
Our note for this is where he's gonna make her yeet in less than a minute.
I
like,
was
as in, like, run the fuck away.
I was like, I'm eating. I'm out. Let's go. I was like, let's go do something else. I'm done.
Yeah. Oh God. And
I have 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking die. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
it was so bad.
He ends it saying, "I had 5 seconds left." And then after he finishes third basing her, he's like, "I need to leave for a moment." And she's just like,
okay. And so then he takes his shirt off and yeets to the bathroom.
Yes.
And just is like, all right, you gonna go take a fucking shower? Like, what the hell is happening, Chad?
Then trying to copy and paste.
I just found where he got to where he said I had 5 seconds left.
Happening?
I don't
know. What's up? What's happened?
So he gets a text message from a Victoria's Secret model, and I'm trying to send the text message to the chat because Mari, since you didn't read it, you didn't get the pleasure of reading this text message out loud or reading it with your eyeballs.
Yeah, no, I got to listen to it.
Yeah, you didn't get to see what it said.
Yes. No, I didn't.
So it sounds like Chad finished early. You're not wrong,
You're
buddy.
not wrong.
And so his phone's just sitting there while he's in the bathroom. And so she looks like, just because it vibrates and human reaction, something like a phone vibrates and you just look at it. Like, that's just how we are now. Even in 2012, I mean, our phones vibrate with text message and you just automatically look at it. And the message that we'll put on here in a moment, once it pops up on our end, is cringy as fuck, to say the least. And I'm pretty sure in 2012, I was texting in full-length sentences with actual grammar.
Well, yeah, because they had keywords.
Yeah.
Computer just froze. Oh, no. You're not frozen on our end.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has technical difficulties. She'll
yeet and yeet.
Yes, she'll come back
Yeah,
in a
so
second.
in town tonight.
And want to see you and repeat last weekend. So obviously, she's like, oh my God. He fucked another girl last weekend. I'm here. This girl's a supermodel. I weigh 20 pounds more than a supermodel. I need to leave. So this bitch just fucking yeets.
Yeah.
She just runs away. And then we jump into his perspective and sounds like, yes. He ran into the bathroom because he was about to. And so he puts like cold water on his face and he's like, oh, okay, I need to calm down. I need to,
Which honestly, Chad needs to like chill his shit.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're talking about how Chad almost creamed his pants.
And that was really bad as well, because every time he went to leave the bathroom, he almost came again.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy needs.
You know what he should have just done if he was worried about that? Finished himself up in the bathroom and then gone back out. Because it's already done, so he can't prematurely ejaculate.
Yes. But
also
so it doesn't matter.
But also that text is atrocious.
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
See, like I texted her like what I thought it would be, and it was just like a normal text, like, "Hey, I'm back in town tonight."
No, town tonight.
Yeah.
Town tonight.
Like not even like and want to see you and repeat last weekend. Just hey, I'm in town tonight. That's it. Like that's all a girl would say.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to be subtle about it.
But also, okay, we established that he didn't bang her last weekend. They're just friends and they just hung out. So what does she want to repeat?
I guess hanging out.
I know, but then a girl wouldn't phrase it that way.
Yeah.
Generally, okay, if she's trying to be a little bit coy, then yeah, like she's like, hey, let's hook up and have a repeat of last weekend.
Yeah.
But if they didn't hook up, then
plot armor. Plot armor. Everything makes sense for the plot.
But
even though it doesn't make sense in real life.
I'm muting myself again because I'm just about at that spot. I'm just fucking it back up.
Okay. So we're in our first lull, essentially, of like they're not together or anything. They don't talk to each other. It's been about a month now. She's like, don't think about Chad, don't think about Chad, don't think about Chad. And she's chilling with her cat. And then the reference to the 3 girls naked with the photo, that comes out in the tabloids at this point. And she's like, oh my God, so glad I didn't sleep with him. And then we bumped to Chad with his agent. His agent's like, we're hiring a publicist or we're going to fire you from the Nationals, the baseball team. I'm assuming in DC. I know nothing about baseball. Don't come at me. I know nothing. I show he plays for the Nationals. But he's just so hung up on Bridget. And we find out here that he hasn't had sex with anyone in 3 months. He never had sex with the girls in the photo. He didn't have sex with Stella. He just
found it.
Yeah.
Yes,
right,
let's go.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Felt him grin against her flushed skin. With his lips within kissing distance, he said, I'm going to make you come in less than a minute. Her breath caught. Less than a minute. Less than a motherfucking minute. Chad replied, grinning. Really grinning.
That's so bad.
What's even worse, though, is, right, because I just listened to that bit before I got to the bit that I was just at, was he follows it up with, yes, it will be that impressive.
Yeah, he is just a fuckboy, dude. Like, just because he's pretty don't mean he's worth it.
Less than a motherfucking minute.
If a man ever says that to you,
run.
Yeet the fuck away, because it's probably going to disappoint you, and then you're
get out.
She was like,
especially when he follows it up with, yeah, I'm that good.
Yeah,
I'm that good.
I was like, you're gonna be a liar. Get
and
out.
then he wasn't a liar. And she's like, it's almost worse that he wasn't a liar. God.
Yeah, but I will say though.
No, that was the part when he was
there
like,
was-
no, I'm going to jizz no, because there's another part where he's like, if you keep touching my dick, I'm going to come in your hand. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's when-
I'm like, well, I was like, oh God, damn it. I was like, run from that. And like, I hope he's lying, but run from, guys lie to you. And then,
yeah, but also
then like,
guys, also
Get out.
just give some friendly advice to guys, because we did the same with the granny panties. Guys, don't worry. As long as you can then get it back up, girls don't care if you come quickly.
Which he do a lot, and it's kind of freaky.
So if you're worried about premature shit happening, if you're confident in your ability to get it back up, don't fret. Because again, girls don't give a shit unless you can't then continue.
Yeah.
as long as you can keep going, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even if you need a 5-10 minute break or whatever before you can get back into it, that's fine. As long as you can get back into it.
Relationship advice from Book Club with Ben.
Yeah, it keeps happening.
How to do one night stands correctly. Girls, if you're wearing granny panties, go commando. Boys, just get the coming over with and then carry on. Carry on with the sex. That's fine.
And so the publicist comes in. Her name's Miss Gore. I don't remember her first name. But all I could think of her name was Al Gore, and I was like, "Oh God!"
Well, her name
is Allison Gore. I'm gonna cry.
I think it starts with an A. Let me just look up "Tempting the Bodyguard" because she's the chick. I knew as soon as she met Chandler the first time that she was going to be the chick in his book, and she is.
I was like, I feel like the publicist is going to be the one that Chandler ends up marrying, and she's like, "Yeah, it is." And I'm like, "Oh,
because I'd read the thing and I knew she was a publicist, and I was like, motherfucker, and because like she's a bitch.
Okay, wait, what is her name? Alana.
Alana
So she's
Gore.
still Al Gore.
Fuck me.
She's literally Al Gore.
I'm sure Jenny got paid too much money to feel clever about that.
Yeah, she did. So yeah, essentially he's gonna lose his job if he doesn't accept this publicist's contract. And her contract. Huh? Oh God. Oh no.
Sorry, I just glanced over the plot thing on Goodreads for Tempting the Bodyguard. Chandler Gamble has one rule: don't protect anyone you want to screw. But with Alana, he's caught between his job and his increasingly hard libido.
Fuck me.
I feel like these books are just gonna get worse.
They are.
I feel like in 2 weeks when we finish off the Gamble Brothers series, we're just gonna be so
Don't say it like that.
unhappy. Huh? When we finish the Gamble Brothers series?
That is not how you said it.
That's what I said. But he can't drink in public. He can't stay out late. He can't go to bars of questionable status. And most importantly, no women.
And he's just like, well, that's plural. I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. He's like, so I can be with women, but I cannot be with women.
Slangiva.
Oh God. So now we're at the next chapter, and Chase is visiting Maddie. We already had our lovely little rant about how they like to make out on Bridget's desk, and it's super workplace professional.
Also,
HR
on
has
somebody
no problem.
else's desk.
HR has no problem with it.
Do it on your own
well,
fucking desk.
Well, Bridget's just like, I'm just going to rearrange my pens right now.
Yeah.
And pretend like this isn't happening.
Can you just do it on your own fucking desk?
Yeah, right.
Jesus
So
Christ.
Maddie and Chase are like, hey, you want to come to lunch with us, Bridget? And Bridget's like, yeah, fuck it, fine.
I would be like, not really. I'm gonna rearrange my desk.
Well,
But
who needed it for the plot?
they're awful people who fucking the desk.
Chase is like, hey, yeah, so I texted Chad, he's going to be on the way. And Bridget, of course, is like, fuck.
Wait. Before we get to that, they walk past this other guy that they work with who has the hots for Bridget.
Yeah.
And Maddie's just is about to say, hey, come with this type thing. And Bridget's like, no, because I'm not attracted to him and he's in love with me. And there's a sentence there saying, if only I was attracted to him, he would be perfect for me because he notices things like my shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's for precisely that reason that you are not attracted to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Guys, it's okay if you know your missus or your date or whatever is like wearing a really nice outfit and you know her shoes are gorgeous and if you just as a once off, not every single time, but as a once off, you know, maybe like, you know, after you've been seeing each other for a bit, be like, nice shoes. But nothing more than that. Not, oh, are those new shoes? I haven't seen those before.
Yeah. That's why you're not into him, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't pay too much attention to the shoes. If you can tell she's put in a lot of effort for them, you know, then maybe go nice shoes.
Or nice shoes, yeah.
Or if she's like talking about the shoes or something, she's making a big deal about the shoes on her own.
Then she brought them up. So that's fine.
So that's
if you're going to offer up the information, just nice shoes, you know, or you look great and do a whole glance, like, you know, but also like just even like, you know, little gestures to the shoes or something. Just you look great. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't catalog her footwear though.
Yeah. Or any of her clothing.
Yeah. Don't just be like, oh, is that a dress from Prada? Does Prada make dresses? I don't even know. Probably.
Yeah, although it is less weird. Guys, like, I really like that dress. Is it new? I haven't seen it before. It's not as weird if it's the dress.
But
it's weird if it's the shoes.
It's weird if it's the shoes. But
honestly, if you noticed that I got new shoes, I would be like, how did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah, I would notice that.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice that. We are best friends.
You know, like I got new shoes the other week and I showed Stixie. I was like, got new shoes, and he goes, those are really gorgeous. That's fine. Because I brought them up.
Yeah.
And I was like, compliment me, damn it. So he complimented me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what a good boy does.
But that's also when it's your significant other. It's less weird.
Yeah, I've been with them for 7.5 years.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're together. Then they kind of have some sort of, if they're an observational person, they do know things. But like, if you just got a crush on a girl in the office, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, don't just be like, new shoes? She'll be like, holy fucking shit.
That is what's going to make her ovaries pack their bags and run away.
Yeah.
They're moving to Antarctica.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh god. So after she finds out Chad's on his way, she's immediately like, I have this phone.
I have to go and do the catering stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I have 24-hour cancer that starts right now.
And then it'll end in 24 hours. Don't worry. I won't have to take off work.
Bye.
Yeah. But she's like, shit, Maddie's my boss. It looks bad if I just kind of like yeet. So
dude, fuck her. She fucks on your desk. Get out of there.
Oh god. So she's like hiding behind a menu. And Chase is like, oh hey Chad, have you met Bridget? And like she looks at him and he just goes, you. Which is just totally not creepy, am I right? It's creepy.
And one thing I'm really disappointed in is the fact that Maddie didn't piece together as soon as he's like, oh,
Maddie's a bad best friend.
To them knowing each other. Like, it didn't click at all in her head.
As we saw from the last book, Maddie's a fuckwit.
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
But so is Bridget a little bit. So, like, we met briefly, and they have, like, all that banter and stuff like that of, like, oh, you guys know
and
each
he's
other?
feeling her up under the table.
He's feeling her up under the table. And she tries to avoid the whole story about them meeting by talking about work, and Chase is like, no. Bitch, you ain't getting out of this. How'd y'all meet? And
she's like, we met at a club.
Yeah,
What club was it? I can't remember. She's like, I didn't know it was a club, okay?
Yeah, that's in a minute. But like they talk about the fact that he's like sexiest man of the year or something like that. And he just whispers in her ear, like, my face isn't the only thing that's astonishing and you know it. And then Maddie just goes, okay.
That would be me.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. Okay, it's one thing if he's trying to not be subtle, but we know because we're in his head for half the book, he was trying to be subtle. He was trying to like subtly make her feel uncomfortable, but it's not subtle when everyone can see it.
Or when they can hear you say it.
Yes. Like if he wanted to be subtly, like be making her feel uncomfortable subtly, he would be rubbing their calves together or like playing footsies in some way.
Yeah, you don't just like
try to stick your fingers up her while you're sitting at lunch, like,
and whisper suggestively in her ear.
Also, I'm sorry, but she ran away from you. If it's
consent has been withdrawn.
Yeah, consent.
Hundo.
Look, I know that like consent is usually completely implied by the fact that like you guys are mutually like making out and like, you know what I mean? Like that's usually
both of you are initiating just as much as the other one.
But when someone yeets from you, consent has been withdrawn. Don't stick your fingers up their hoo-ha at lunch.
Yeah, especially when he knows at this point as well that she knew who he was because he looks like his brother and she works with his brother's girlfriend. So if she wanted to get back in contact with him in the last month, she could have.
She would.
Yeah, like she's clearly she's yeeted. She has fully yeeted.
And okay, I'm gonna channel my I don't have an inner feminist, but I'll pretend like I do and channel it, okay? Also, based on the fact that his brother's girlfriend, who he is also very close with, and she is her boss, and she's right in front of them. So Bridget could also, even if like she actually just didn't want anything to do with him at all, she was like, nope, I'm done. And she was actually done. It's also putting her in a position where she would have to potentially risk her safe working environment.
Yes. Yeah.
Just there's that factor too. Chad.
Well, yeah, there's a really weird power dynamic here. There's a really fucked up power dynamic there, Chad. Like, sorry. Normally, like,
Chad,
I don't have a whole lot of issues regarding this kind of stuff, like, because there are like
especially romance books.
There are a lot of blurry consent lines in romance novels, but normally it's because like consent is never fully withdrawn. It's just like playfully like, no, LLL, right?
It's the same as like, what I was saying before
about no,
like
massive asterisk, but I mean yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this, it's like she fucking ran away, and the next interaction they have is him like
trying to stick his hand up her snatch.
Like, no. Chad.
Yeah.
Bad Chad.
In front of her boss who is like his sister.
Yes, this is bad. It's bad. Yeah. Stop it. We need to have a chat with Chad and Jenny. Like, Jenny.
Jenny.
It's not Chad's fault, it's Jenny's.
Chad's not real. I can't talk to Chad.
So, like, lunch finally ends, and Chad's like, do you mind if I steal Bridget for a moment? To Maddie, and Maddie's like, I kind of mind. And he's like, don't worry, I'll bring her back safe.
Don't let this happen,
and
Bridget.
Maddie's like, okay, bye.
Maddie, Maddie is a shitty best friend. Because no like real best friend would see like the look on Maddie's face and let this happen.
Bridget's face.
Yeah. Yes, that.
And then he ends the chapter by saying, do you think you're gonna escape from me twice, Bridget?
Stalker alert.
I'm scared.
Yeah, no, even if I was attracted to a guy, but for whatever reason I had also yeeted and I was trying to get away from him again, and he calls me and he's like, do you think you can get away from me again?
I would be like, get the fuck away from me.
I would. There's a fun little feature on the iPhone where if you tap the home button 5 times really, really fast, it calls your country's, emergency thing and sends out alerts to your emergency contacts on your phone saying this person
so hard.
This is their location. I would be reaching into my bag, finding my phone, and tapping my home button repeatedly.
So would I.
Yeah, that's creepy.
That would be like the first time I'd do that because fuck, what the hell?
Because you're about to get axe murdered.
Yeah. You don't say that to people.
And if you don't, he's going to be charming for a little bit, but he's going to stalk you and become incredibly controlling, and you're going to end up in a very violent relationship, and not in the sexy, fun way.
Yes. He's going to be someone who's like, and even if he's not
Where are you
violent,
going? What are you doing? Where are you going?
He's going to be like, what are you doing? What's going on?
Controlling.
What?
Who's that guy that I just saw you talking with? Oh, that was my cousin.
Yeah.
Why does he talk to you?
Why do you talk to your mom so
close
much?
to you?
Why do you talk to your mom so much? Why do you talk to your friends a lot? Why do you do book club so often? Do you have to do book club that often? Books take so long to listen to. Why are you like this? What's wrong with you? You write so many books. It takes up so many hours.
Why did you take 2.3 minutes in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I've timed you. You can do it in under a minute.
He's going to be that kind of guy. Run, Bridget, run. Get out of there.
But no, she finds it attractive.
The bad news bears.
Yeah, and so she's like, oh, so you remember me? And he's like, how could I forget you? Like, you know.
Also bad news bears right after that. Honestly, all of this is just bad news bears.
And, like, he's like, wait, you do realize where we met, right? Like, Leather and Lace is a kind of a BDSM bar or swinger bar. And she's like, no fucking way, no, it's not. And I'm like, dude, you can infer that from the title. Like,
and she's like, those aren't just rumors, those are true.
Yeah.
Are you sure that you got your degree in college? Are you sure you got accepted into college, Bridget?
Yeah. So,
because generally in college there's the expectation that you can, determine that the sum of 1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah. And so she's trying to say that she's like not into him, and he's like, bitch, you are, mwah. And so then she goes back to work, it like fades away, and she goes back to work, and Maddie's like, spill the tea, bitch. And Bridget's like, no, I'd rather not.
I just met him and we chatted about baseball, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, so she's just trying to avoid it, and she's like, Chase is just gonna tell me. Like, Chase is just gonna find out, and Chase is gonna tell me. And then, pan to that in the next chapter, the publicist calls Chad and is like, what are you doing at your brother's house? And he's like, I'm hanging out with my fucking brothers. Revolutionary concept. And
she's
so
like, there will be no alcohol and strippers on my watch. And he's like, there won't be alcohol and strippers. There'll be beer and poker. And it's like, you know that beer is alcohol, right? She didn't say no hard liquor. She said no alcohol.
It's true. And so Chad starts to defend himself to not being a whore as they're making fun of Mitch. That's Maddie's brother's name, right?
Mitch.
For being a future father soon.
Yes.
Like fucking exhausted.
I will say as well, I'm a little bit disappointed that I got none of the weird food cravings both time I was pregnant, because I wanted to be able to send Stixie out at like 2 a.m. to go and find me like pickle juice and ice cream. Like, I don't know, like just weird combinations of food that would otherwise make me sick to think of.
I really hope in many years when we are procreating with our respective men, we will either fake the cravings to make them do weird things and go to Walmart at 2 a.m, or we will actually get cravings and make them go to Walmart.
I'll pretend that like I have a craving for something that is specifically only available in Oz, so that I have to come visit you.
Okay. Get a Porto's cravings. Speaking of, guess what? Guess what's opened here? And there's one in the state at the moment, and a second one is opening up about 20 minutes from here.
Chick-fil-A.
No.
Oh.
Like how we both just went there.
I wish, but no.
Okay.
No, it's something that I want to have so I can eat dirty American food.
Okay. What?
It's dirty fast food that isn't here.
Oh no, you don't have McDonald's, so I don't know.
Yeah, we have McDonald's. We have KFC. Oh, sorry, KFC.
Yeah. Okay.
Kentucky. I don't know.
Burger King?
No, they have
No.
that.
We got Hungry Jack's, which is Burger King.
Yeah.
Wendy's?
Nope.
I don't know. I don't eat a lot of fast food, so I have no
Taco
idea. Huh? Taco Bell?
Fuck yes!
I was so excited when I read the article that New South Wales' first Taco Bell's opened and the second one's opening soon, and that one's actually relatively close to me. I'm like, Stixie, Taco Bell! And he's like, yes. I'm like, yes.
And you know what? Your Taco Bell is going to be better than our Taco Bell.
I
But
don't know.
it's still going to be shit.
Part of Taco Bell's charm is that it's so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
but it's going to be bad, but it's going to be
your
better.
Your good produce is our bad produce.
Yeah.
So, because I'm accustomed to good produce, like our good produce, our bad produce is still relatively as bad as yours.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I'm excited to try your Taco Bell.
That's amazing.
Because you'll probably like it more than me.
Yeah, I will. Because I'll be like, this is like the best. Because it'll be like the best Taco Bell ever. It'll be the best version of itself, and I'm excited.
I'm so excited for Taco Bell. A sentence that probably no American has ever said.
Oh no,
so
no, we
I
love
love Taco Bell.
We love Taco Bell.
It's amazing.
Well, yeah, it is. It's great. We love Taco Bell.
I don't think there's actually Taco Bell around where I live now. Yeah, we have to search this for science. But continuing, the next morning he's having a sex dream about Bridget.
Oh yeah, so we have to watch him jerk
No,
it.
we don't watch him jerk it right now because someone starts banging on the door and it's his publicist.
There's a Taco Bell right next to us.
Oh, well, that's in West.
Oh no, there is. So yes, there's not a Taco Bell like right next to you. No.
Mm-mm. I have pretty much everything right next to me. It's a
Yeah.
drive.
It's a drive. Well, it's
It's traffic.
It's a sick. Well, it's a trafficy drive.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Anyways, so there's a picture in the tabloids of him kissing Bridget. And the
He's
publicist-
clinging onto his shirt like crazy because that's important to know.
Yes. Yeah, she's like doing this number. And
Like a hoot.
yes, like a hooer. So the publicist is like, this is not your usual type. Therefore, she's gonna become your fake girlfriend and I'm gonna go convince her. Bye. And he's just like, the fuck?
Why that's the solution, I don't know.
Dude, it's a great solution. It's plot. I love fake relationship plots. They're very intriguing because you always know what's gonna happen.
It does make sense though because like they're like, no, you can't keep whoring around, and then there's a photo of him kissing some random chick. So they're like, well,
He's
no.
an average size.
But the only way to make it believable to his, club that he's not still whoring around is that that's his girlfriend now.
Yeah. So it works.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't clean up his act, she's getting fired too.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
never been fired before, and she refuses to be.
Yeah. So the publicist shows up at her apartment and she's like, what the fuck are you doing in my apartment? And the publicist offers her 3 total things in
The
order.
publicist also changed.
Huh?
She was wearing a boxy gray dress when she was at Chad's house, and then she was wearing a brown skirt suit.
Interesting.
So she changed on the way. She's like, okay, I need to put on my more boring outfit.
Yep. Yeah, so the first thing she offers her is to pay off her $50,000 worth of student loans, which you would have gotten me right there.
Yeah, I would
I
have
would
been
have been
like,
like, pay my student loans, let's
done.
go. And then she starts to blackmail her for the second round where she's like, well, I'll tell your job that you forgot like a few payments on your loans and you'll get fired.
Also, is that really a thing in jobs where they can check your credit history at any time and determine if you have defaulted on any loans at any point, you can be fired?
She works for the government, so I don't know.
It's not the government though. It's just an organization with government funding.
Government funded job, I have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah. We
I
didn't check.
don't think they can say you defaulted on your car loan 2 years ago. You're fired.
Yeah,
It sounds like bullshit, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet I don't know. I
Well,
know
we
that
discussed
in a
this on
normal
Bridget.
job, they probably, like, if you went and worked for, like, Taco Bell, for example, they can't fire you because you forgot to pay your student loan one time.
Yeah, apparently it's in her contract that she can't default on loans.
But then she's still like, dude, no, dude, I'm not going to do this. And so then the publicist pulls out the third card and is like, okay, well, then I'll tell the press that you're stalking my client. And she's like, fuck it, fine. I'll be his fake fucking girlfriend. Flips her off with both fingers.
Publicist is a fucking bitch.
Yeah, she's
and I hate
ruthless.
I hate her too.
Then the whole next chapter is just them covering ground rules, which are pretty fucking standard of like, you have to hold hands in public. You have to act like you're into it. You have to go on 3 dates a week. Like, it's pretty fucking standard stuff. Common sense kind of stuff. And then we have the first date of theirs. It's just awkward.
Yes.
It's just awkward.
Well, also, right, like, I get, okay. Oh, that's one thing we didn't talk about when they were at the diner with Maddie and Chase. One of the waitress was, like, trying to...
Oh, yeah, the waitress was trying to fuck.
But also then there was let's take a moment from our regularly scheduled programming to be like, cancer kids are sad, yo.
Yes. Yeah.
They are indeed.
They are sad. They are very sad.
Yes.
Down
But then
at
at this dinner, right? Okay. Even if it's a famous guy who is known for having a bit of a bad boy reputation or a player reputation, whatever, he's at dinner with a woman, which implies date.
Someone.
It always implies date when you see a man and a woman sitting across a table from each other at dinner with no one else there, especially if they're a little bit dressed up.
Yeah.
Never, ever have I ever actually heard of this happening in real life where the waitress just ignores the other chick and starts hitting on him and giving her number to the person, like to the guy at the table.
Yeah.
In front of his date. That didn't happen, but it happened in the book.
Yeah.
And he's just like, this is my girlfriend. How
Yes.
dare you?
Yeah, this is my girlfriend Bridget. And so this is another continuity error that confused me. She tells him that she was blackmailed to start dating him. And then she immediately backtracks and she's like, no, I'm dating you to make my dating pool bigger.
Bitch, what the fuck? You were blackmailed. Well, more like you were you were blackmailed and actually threatened.
Yes.
Yes.
You're both.
I would have said yes at paying off my student loans.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had to blackmail
But
me.
he's not a prostitute.
Oh,
You
you don't
clearly
have to
are.
fuck him. You get free food out of it. Dude.
Honestly, since he had threatened me, since he had gotten real threatening, I would have said no to fucking him because I would have been like, nah, I'm not letting you be weird, but you can pay off my fucking student loans.
Yeah, you can pay off my student loans all afternoon long if that's what you would like.
I'd have been like, hell yeah.
But
But also bye.
graduate school is expensive. We can make that future too for my final 2 years. That would be amazing.
I'd be like, all of them? Well, yeah, my student loans are nothing. So I'd have been like, if you want to do it for me and for her, you got yourself a deal. Ding!
Yeah, I would have negotiated. I would have got all my friends' student loans paid off too. I would have been like, you get no more loans. You get no more loans. I'll pay off
I
your
would have been
car
like,
loan.
let's fucking chat, bitch.
Yeah, I would have negotiated for that in salary.
Yeah.
I would have taken all
You
my
want a sugar daddy.
He's scary. I'm not getting away from him twice, apparently. I might as well,
get some money out of it.
I want a new purse. Fuck it. Jesus Christ.
I'd like 5 more computers, please.
Oh, I want
I'd
a new
also
Mac
a new car.
and 2 screens. I want all
Right.
the new Mac stuff.
You need a new
Slam
computer.
Jiva.
You need student loans paid off. I need student loans paid off. We all got shit to do. Come on.
And we have castles to save for, so ain't nobody got time for debt.
We also would like Teslas. Throw in a free Tesla.
I feel like she would be like, okay, maybe he needs a new girlfriend.
Yeah, We'd ask for like $500,000 worth of shit, and they'd be like, "All right, no, thank you."
But he's on a multi-million-dollar contract. So what?
What fucking saying?
You know, he's the sexiest man alive. You know, like, come on, give me something.
It's not much. Oh, babe, we have to change, I think. Well, you know what? Maybe we don't, but we were looking up like where the U.S. is most likely to get nuked.
Yes, we were.
And we're not sure if Montana is the best place for our castle anymore.
Because they store a bunch of nukes in Montana. So
yeah, no, but you get all the forest without the fire risk, and you get snow. Lots and lots of snow.
Wyoming has Yellowstone.
Wyoming has the weird accents, though.
We'll just, you know what? Montana's the best of all of it, I think.
we just need to move really far away from the
nukes.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll get ourselves a bunker.
There we go.
We have castles.
If we can, if we have 2,000 acres and 3 castles and B&B cottages, one of which is House of Night themed, I'm pretty sure we can afford, you know, a multi-level underground bunker.
Yeah. And we'll make sure the bunker is connected so that we can get to each other.
Yeah, we'll each of our castles will have a bunker that's accessed through like the downstairs of the castle, and they'll each have a tunnel, and that's also how we go visit each other because in between the tunnels are mine carts.
Yes.
Minecart.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll mine cart to each other.
Cool.
All right. Solved. We can live in Montana. Done. All right. Sorry, we just had to discuss our castles.
So they're at dinner, and it's kind of like awkward. And he's like, you know, if you had told me that you knew Maddie and Chase, I would have still wanted to fuck. Just so you know.
It doesn't make you any less fucking terrifying, you creepy ass motherfucker.
And so like, and then of course she's like, I wish that we weren't pretending, like internally, because duh, you're in a romance novel. And yeah, that's essentially that chapter. And when we start out with Maddie freaking the fuck out about about Bridget dating Chad, and 4 dozen roses show up at her office, and she's like, oh, I guess Chase just sent them to Maddie, but no, they're for her. And there's a note that just says, I'm still relevant. So we fuck off. So we get a bunch of we read their text exchange for a while.
If you're going to send roses to someone, make the note. Leave it noteless if you must, but make it anything other than I'm still relevant. Please. That is all.
Then we watch him jerk it.
There it is.
Okay.
Watch him jerk it multiple times.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, I understand that this is a romance novel, but I'm incredibly uncomfortable right now.
Yes.
You need 2 people. No one wants to watch one character jerk it.
I mean, like, I get that men enjoy watching women sort themselves out. It's not really the same in reverse.
No. It's not a lot.
Like, I've never in my life have I thought, I wonder what it's like to watch masturbate. So why do I want to read it?
I don't. I don't want to read about it.
Anybody writing a romance novel out there?
Leave masturbation out of it.
That women are your target audience, and it doesn't make us slide off our chairs to read about a man.
Also, you can leave the scenes where the women are masturbating out of it too.
Yeah.
Direct quote, as he stroked his shaft.
Yeah, like that's it.
Also, like, because there are also scenes where like we'll have to watch the women jerk, like sort themselves out too, and it's like, why am I watching this? I don't want to watch her jerk it either.
Yeah, and in that context as well, like if it's how it finishes or whatever, like if he makes her do a thing on herself type thing, that's a bit different. Still not really something I want to, well, let's be honest, I'm not really into romance books anyway for the most part, but it's a bit different if it's even if it's a solo act, it's a team sport.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a bit different as well if it's him finishing, like, you know, he pulls out before he's about to come, and it's him just finishing off.
Yeah.
That's also a bit different. But when it's just a scene about him
By
masturbating,
themselves.
Yes.
It's weird.
It's always weird.
yes, always weird.
So she's getting ready for the date the next night, and so she's leaving her apartment, and some guy's kind of like flirting with her, and Chad rolls up and is like, "Yeah, I'm taking her out tonight, bitch." You know, like, so he's jealous, obviously. And so we're talking about the gala on January 2nd, which is obviously when they're going to proclaim their love to each other, which is what I wrote down
Yes.
because it's, you know, the last.
As soon as the gala got mentioned, I'm like, this is going to be the climax
Yes.
of the romance plot, not the sex plot, because that happens multiple times.
I was shooken. We'll get there, but I was shooken. And we finalize our Chase typo counter at this point because Chase, they somehow stop confusing Chad and Chase at this point. And we have
Which
4
is nice.
total. Chase randomly shows up.
But Chase does join us again.
Yeah, at the movies, and then they start just like making out in a movie theater because, like, of course. That's really it. And after their next date, she has to spend the night at his place.
Yes.
And so she's like, "So have you ever like done this before? This whole fake dating thing?" He's like, "Yeah, like, yeah." They talk about paparazzi and like how it's weird and stuff like that. And so they start doing like 20 questions kind of thing where she's like, "So when was the last time you had sex?" And he's like, 3 months. And she's like, "No way." And he's like, "I'm not lying." Like, and he's like, "Well, when was the last time you had sex?" And she's like, 2 years. And he's like, "Okay, cool. Who fucking cares?" Like,
Yeah.
they just fucking flirt, and it's
And then they're like, "Well, it is now bedtime. We shall depart to our respective bedrooms."
And nothing further happened that night.
yes. They went to bed, and then they woke up the next morning, and then she left. Not.
I was gonna say, am I misremembering?
No.
No. He shows up in the doorway
No,
of
as
the
fucking
bathroom.
if.
Yeah, he shows up in the doorway of the bathroom, and he starts making out with her, and then
Oh,
pushes
wait. No, you forgot how they started to make out. She's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm not tired.
yeah.
I'm not tired either."
And they just, they meld together, like, just. Someone gif that. Anyways.
Oh, God.
So they're pressed against each other immediately. We shouldn't be doing this, but we're not going to stop because we really want to.
And it's so stupid because both of them are just like, "But this is all going to be over in a week." It's like, we shouldn't. And like, I'm pretty sure at some point as well they say it out loud to each other. We shouldn't be doing this because it's all going to be over in a week. It's like, you don't have to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like, you know, he's going to get fired if you continue. Like, it's not like there's a deadline.
Yeah.
It's not a deadline like where at this point you can no longer be together. It's just you have to be together until this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a minimum.
Yeah.
You can still like each other, you idiots.
So he's like teasing the fuck out of her as they're, you know, going through the motions of foreplay. And then he stops and he's like, "Tell me you want me." And she's like, "I do." And so they yeet onto the couch, and does he go to third base at this point, or is it just second base for both of them? I think it's just second base for both of them. This is when he's like, "If you touch me, I'm going to jizz all over the place." And then he does.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I won't."
Can I have some Coke?
Thank
you.
So
I almost said, "Can I?" You know what I almost said. Would have been bad.
yeah, so then she's very suddenly, he's like, "I want to fuck." And she suddenly is like, "Oh my God, this is all going to be over. None of that matters because this is all fake. Even us fucking right now, like, or about to fuck right now is all fake." And so she's like, "Let's stop." And then, like, yeah. It's all annoying, and I was like, "Jenny, just let these characters fuck, please." Like, they just really are horny for each other. Just let them do it and call it an afternoon. Like,
Yeah.
It took forever.
Took way too long.
Like, honestly,
Took way too
we
long.
were like, huh, so she took, we were like, well, she took at least, the dialogue's terrible, but she took criticism well, and she put in more sex scenes.
Yeah.
She didn't.
No,
She did not.
a lot of foreplay, man.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 weeks and things have been awkward, but they're getting along well. But like, he's obviously just fucking in love with her at this point because he's like, I'm jerking it every single day to her,
And it's like, Chad,
and then
watch some porn.
God, this next scene, I was
She was having a seizure.
because they're trying on. He's like, we'll go try on this dress, and they're at a boutique.
Oh my God, this fucking scene.
Yeah, this scene.
So they're at a boutique. They're at a boutique. They're trying on a dress. And so she isn't the dress in the room, as you do. And he walks into this dressing room. And
he goes to the store, people, I'm going to go help her zip up her dress. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure you are.
Of course. And he's like, I have something I need to do.
And so her dress ends up not on her. And
Obviously.
of course, it's one of those things where, like, there's a mirror. And of course, in romance novels, whatever, there is a mirror.
They have to use the mirror.
They have to use the mirror. Which, honestly, in real life, just
No.
no.
Yeah, and he's like, open your eyes.
Yeah, he's like, open your eyes and look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, while he's like standing behind her and she's facing the mirror and he's
pumping her.
yeah, and
And
like,
she's
God, my penis. Like, he's like, fuck, I'm gonna come in my pants. And it's gonna be so awkward when I leave here. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, so she finishes and he pulls out and she's like, but what about you? And he's like, well, that would make things a bit more awkward, don't you think? So she finishes and he doesn't, which is important to know because she pays him back later.
Yes, in this next scene. So they go to the thing that she needed the dress for, which is something for the baseball stuff. And then they leave the party.
They do.
And I wrote down, she's going to do the road stuff, isn't she?
She is.
Yes.
She's going to do the road stuff.
She starts off with Mrs. Palmer and then takes his seatbelt off and gives him roadhead.
Yeah.
And
he's like driving 10 miles an hour and he's like, shit, dude, this is a lot. Like,
and apparently it was the best fucking thing ever.
Yeah,
He's never come like that before.
Yeah, romance novel.
Yeah, like, because yes, you have. Like, Jesus Christ.
And he's like, come with me to Maddie's family's Christmas Eve party tomorrow. And she's like, no, fuck you. I don't like Christmas. Like, it's a very sensitive issue.
Okay, so here's the sitch on this. So this is what we said about it. So she has the most tragic backstory ever because her parents died on Christmas Eve.
They were killed.
They were killed on Christmas Eve.
No explanation. They were just murdered.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. They were just
she is our main character and we don't know how this happened, but they were murdered on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Maddie they could have been killed by a drunk driver or something. It might not have been murder.
Whatever.
It's still murder. Technically.
Either way,
homicide.
They were murdered on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. They were homicided on Christmas Eve.
They were homicidal on Christmas Eve. And Maddie is her best friend-ish. Somebody
Michelle is also her other best friend.
Somebody is her best friend. And nobody spends Christmas Eve. Nobody even bothers her on Christmas Eve. And I'm sorry. I have friends. If my family was murdered on Christmas Eve,
I know, I'd be like, look, I know that you'd like to mope around Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and shit because, you know, it's a shitty time of year for you. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to order takeout and watch. If you let me get away with this type thing, we'll at least watch Die Hard because, let's be honest, that's a Christmas movie, but it's not a Christmassy movie.
Yeah. Right.
So,
like,
we'll watch Die Hard every
It's like no friend would make you like go to a Christmas function if you didn't want to, but they would like not leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you be alone either.
No.
On the anniversary of your parents' death.
So the fact
homicide.
Yeah. So the fact that like creepy guy is her only support.
Yeah, so he goes and sees her and brings her presents and stuff like that, and she's like crying because she's like, "Wow, no one's ever done this for me before."
Yeah,
You
because
have
no one had told him.
What?
I said because he didn't know. No one had told him, and he's at Maddie's family's place, Dins, and Maddie's like, he's like, "Oh, I'm bummed that Bridget didn't come," and she's like, "Oh, it's because her parents got, you know, like dead-a-doodled."
The fact that Maddie and Maddie doesn't, and Maddie is at her family's. I'm like, Maddie, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. 'Cause you were here.
She didn't preemptively tell him either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should have known before this.
I mean, I understand why Bridget didn't because it's probably something she doesn't like to talk about.
Of course.
Yes.
But Maddie should have told him weeks ago to be like, "Hey, heads up, Bridget's going to be a little bit, you know, mopey around Christmas, and you two are dating. So I think it's important that you know that she doesn't like to do the Christmas thing, and it's not for a stupid reason. She's not being edgy. Her parents were killed."
Yeah.
Yes. That is a great reason to not like Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But she didn't until it was actually like, you know, Christmas Eve, and she's laughing, and then she's like, "Oh," and he's just like, "Why doesn't Bridget like me enough to come?" And she's just like, "Oh no, she's just being a sookie lala because her parents were killed."
Yeah, and so he's immediately like, "Oh shit, I need to go there." Like she doesn't need to be alone.
Yeah, but Maddie, best friend, is like, "Oh, but I'm like here, just being here." It's like, Maddie, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're going, so I don't have to feel guilty about enjoying my night now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
right. So he shows up and then they bond and he gets her like a cute little Christmas tree and it was fine.
And he's like, "I know it sucks, but also it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Time to be happy now."
And he gets her a necklace that she was eyeing when they went to the boutique, and so she kisses him and says, "Touch me and don't stop." So
all night fuck fest.
they fuck
Yes.
5 times.
Yes, they do.
She describes it twice. That was a fucking lot, dude. Because I mean,
And then
God.
yeah, and then it's Christmas morning. They wake up and make sweet, sweet love, like literally, like it's the soft, tender shit. And then when they jump in the shower to clean up their sweet, sweet love, then he fucks her hard.
Love.
It's the Christmas morning is a Tenacious D song where he fucks her softly and gently and screws her slowly, etc. And then he fucks her hard.
Yeah. And of course, his penis is bigger than she expected.
But you know what, though? One thing I'm very grateful to this book for is we made love doggy style.
Yeah, she at least
There's no we
acknowledges
made
that.
love doggy style. Yes.
They made love and then they did doggy style. That were 2 separate instances.
Yes.
So then she talks about, like, she's like, "Well, of course I didn't start dating you for the dating pool. Like, I started dating you because I was blackmailed, and she offered to, like, pay my student loans." And he, of course, doesn't give her a second to explain the situation that she didn't accept the money.
But also, though, again, this is one of those things where literally all she had to do, because he's like going to storm out, you know, he's not even yelling at her. So all she literally had to do was yell, "I didn't accept the money." And that would have given him enough pause to go, "What do you mean you didn't accept it? You changed your mind?" And she would say, "No. As soon as she offered it, I said no."
Yeah.
Honestly, but so what if she had? Like, some of us are fucking poor, you dumb cunt.
Yeah, really.
But that's literally all she had to do. Yell, "I didn't take the money."
I have a question, though. But so what if she had?
Was she taking the money?
What's the problem?
There isn't.
Because he knows that she didn't want to do it.
Well,
So he had to suspect that she was getting something out of it.
well, and even if, like, they still fell for each other.
Like,
Apparently.
we're in love now. Okay, fine.
The futures with him for the money, and then they fell in love.
We are in love now, and also I have no more student loans. Done.
Our credit will be so much better.
Yes, we are in love, and our joint credit will be great.
But
Yeah.
you literally have to say 5 words, though.
Fuck me.
Take
I didn't take the money. Or 3 words if she didn't have enough time for that. I said no.
Yeah.
Or 2 words, no money.
No money.
Another 2 words. No, 3 words. I still broke.
You want to pay my student loans now?
I mean, he's gonna like in.
Let's be honest. The day after the end of this book, he paid her student loans.
Oh,
Yeah, so like her
He would
student
be a
loans
shitty
still
boyfriend
got
if he
paid. Like, so
we're on the second to last chapter, guys. We're almost there. We did it.
Yeah, so he stormed off and
we did it. We did it.
And
we did it.
like,
we didn't talk about the gala.
oh
The
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
What
right.
happened? Bridget gets pulled into Madison's boss's office. And Madison's in there. Madison's cranky looking. And I'm not going to lie, when it first started, I thought it was going to be, the Paps did catch them doing Roadhead, and
I thought she was gonna get fired.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because they even made a joke, like, good thing the Paps didn't get a picture of that.
Yeah,
I expected them to have gotten a picture of that.
yeah,
Like
right.
her leaning over him, wiping her mouth as she sits up.
Yeah, right.
So there's no mistake.
Just like,
But nope.
Jenny wouldn't.
Very conservative
Jenny
units coming, and they don't like his image, so he cannot attend. And as you are his girlfriend, his absence will not mean that the Paps will not be there, so you may not attend either.
Yep.
And so then she had at some point disinvited him to the thingy and didn't tell him why, or that she wasn't allowed to go either. And then Maddie also told him that
Yeah.
at Christmas.
Yes, and so the publicist goes to Bridget, and Bridget is like, and the publicist is like, "You dumb fuck, y'all are in love with each other. I fucking knew it." He's not responding to my calls, like, "Have you talked to him?" and stuff like that. And then so the publicist goes to his place, and she's like, "If you love her, you'll fucking fix it." Cool.
And he's like, "But she's a whore," and she's like, "No." She said no.
Yeah, the publicist is like, "No, you dumb fuck. Did you even ask her if she accepted the money? Because she didn't."
That was the first thing out of her mouth was no.
Yeah.
She's like, I had to blackmail her and be a fucking cunt.
Yeah. So we're at the gala, and and the reason she can now go is because someone donated their quota of money, and we find out that it was Chad, because of course it was.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck else is going to donate $1 million by himself?
Yeah.
And so she goes to find him, but he's already there, standing
Comes to find
outside.
her. And he's like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "To find you. What are you doing here?" And he's like, "To find you." And then,
Oh God.
and then
I was really I couldn't handle this part.
he drops down to one knee.
Fuck me.
he do.
And he prepabas.
Yeah, he proposes to her. She is now his finance. They go to a wine closet and fuck twice. The end. Sayonara, motherfuckers. That was me closing my laptop, but after
One thing that did amuse me though was when he dropped to one knee. Like Bridget must have gotten a glimpse of Chase, because Chase is just like, "Oh fuck no."
yeah.
He's gonna do this before I. God damn it! Now I'm gonna have to marry Maddie. For fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah, right.
We'll have been together a month and it was fake.
She like, when we were listening to this, she was like, "Is he gonna go propose to her right now?" Like way earlier in the book. And I was like, no, I doubt he's gonna like propose this book. And then it ends with him proposing to her. So I was wrong.
I was
You
like,
were
this
right.
mofo gonna propose.
Yeah.
He proposed.
And he proposed.
It's always the ones who were like, I'm never settling down.
Well, all three of the Gamble brothers, like, I'm never settling down.
Yep. And then they're like, "Oh, that publicist chick, fuck, she's a bitch. I don't like her, but I guess we should invite her to the wedding."
Yeah, and also sprinkled in there at Maddie's parents' party, it's kind of alluded to that Chandler's already dating the publicist at this point.
Yeah, they have apparently, yeah, they had another, like it was just briefly mentioned, but there was another awkward encounter between the two of them.
Yes.
But they reading the thingy, they're not dating. I think what's going to happen is, based on the Goodreads thing, it looks like she's going to need a bodyguard for whatever reason, and because Chandler's a bodyguard, and so I'm guessing Chad or Bridget are going to be like, well, you know, Chandler is bodyguard, so why doesn't he bodyguard you? And then,
Yep. So now we have tempted 2 of the 3 Gamble Brothers books.
yes,
Goddamn.
Yes. And so
I understand that romance books are supposed to have like the instant attraction thing, but just once, I wouldn't. I would love to read a book where it's not just like, and then she walked into the room and everything else faded to black.
Yeah.
yeah, where it's just like, and she walked into the room and, you know, she was hot.
But meh. Moving on.
But I'm busy. I'm mid-conversation. I'm surrounded by hot chicks. She's nothing special.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she does something to prove that she's special.
Yeah. Like,
not just like, oh look, there's an underweight tall chick with red hair, even though she thinks she's fat because she's 10 kilos heavier than a supermodel, which, you know, still means she's underweight.
Because she's 6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was 10 kilos heavier than a supermodel, I'd be at a really, really good weight.
At 6 foot, you should be, I think, like 170 pounds.
Well, if you're going to be curvy but slim as a 6 foot woman, at least 135.
Yeah.
If you're still going to have a little bit of meat on your thighs and stuff, minimum 135, 140. If you've got really, really big boobs, because big boobs, they weigh, they add the kilos on.
Yeah, it's between 140 and 180.
Yeah, so about like
That's healthy.
mid is like 170. If you're like an average build, you want to sit around 170-ish, depending. So if she was like, because 6, that's really fucking tall.
Because again, the fact that she's curvy adds weight on as well. Like,
so she could be 170 and be fucking fine.
Yes, especially if her boobs. If again, they can add a fair bit of weight.
They do.
Yes. Like,
I have
at 6 feet tall, 100, like if she was 170, if she was 180 pounds at 6 feet tall, she would be fine. There would be nothing wrong with that. Because that's a normal weight for that height.
Yes.
Depending on your body type.
Yeah, like if she was not a curvy body shape, then that would be overweight.
Yeah.
But curves add weight.
Yep.
They do. You
Yeah.
can't deny it.
Like, just, Jesus Christ, calm down. Everybody calm down. Everybody just needs to calm down. You look great, hun.
Yeah, right. All
Well,
she needed was
your
a
body
drunk girl to
looks
go up
great.
to her.
Your wardrobe is not great. But
Oh,
you're
no.
fine.
Yeah, it's probably just her wardrobe's not making her feel too great about herself.
On her Sesame Street apartment.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. Everybody needs a good.
A drunk girl to go up to them and be like, "You're fucking beautiful. Go fuck home."
You will never feel better until like a drunk, like the best ego boost is a drunk girl just walking up to you and being like, "Oh my god,
You're so drunk she can barely stand, but she needs to take a break from whatever she's doing to come and tell you how amazing you look."
Yes.
That's
So
like,
good.
The day that happens to you, it's just like the best thing. I've had that happen. I think we all have, but like, you never forget it because when someone's that drunk, you have to look fucking bomb for somebody to take a second to just be like, "Oh my god, fucking yeah." And you're like, yes, I do. And great. You're like, we look great. It's great. God bless drunk girls. Okay, so next week we were doing the next Bloodlines book.
Yes, Fire Heart, I believe.
Yes. And then we said we also wanted to add in Blood Air somewhere.
Yes.
So do we want to add that to next week?
We can. I'm game.
Let me just check.
Okay, we will talk about that off stream.
Yes.
Yes.
But we will be
say when it is.
But we will say when it is at some point, but we will be doing an extra book one of these days.
Yes.
But then the week after the next Bloodlines book, we will be attempting The Last Gamble Brother.
Thank God.
And we will be done with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.